Staying in the United States, the recent fatal shooting of a young man in the state of Wisconsin has instigated more protests against militarized policing. Correspondent Alexandra Hall now reports that even in Washington, D.C., it's a problem that many see as bubbling under the surface.
At the Washington, D.C. City Council hearing on police oversight, stories of different kinds of policing for different kinds of neighborhoods.
We believe there is racial bias in policing. There are two forms of policing, one for black and brown, one for white.
Young people and Black and Latino communities report that police routinely jump out of unmarked cars and search them. D.C. police have denied that the so-called jump-out tactic exists, adding that in a simple conversation with an officer, people are free to walk away.
The police are lying. They're saying that you can walk away from contacts, but these officers are intimidating people such that if they do walk away, they might be chased, they might be shot, they might be brutalized.
And if witnesses are right, they have been, and for decades. Testifying former U.S. Marshal Matthew Fogg recalls asking his fellow officers years ago why the police don't patrol for drugs in white affluent neighborhoods. Don't people use drugs in those neighborhoods too, he asked.
Of course they use them. As a matter of fact, they got the best stuff. They got the purest stuff. But if we go in there and start locking up those folks, somebody's going to make a phone call and they're going to shut our operation down. So let's just go to the weakest link.
These days, because police say writing down a record of every conversation they have with someone on the street is unrealistic, many stops go unreported. That means that most evidence of jump-outs is anecdotal, and for potential victims and the lawyers hired to protect them, that can be problematic.
If you don't record something, it's very hard for somebody to prove that it's happening or not happening, but we know what the young men and women in this city are seeing and what they say over and over again in numerous forums, that the jump outs are a fact of their lives.
And the lives of those in Washington, D.C., Madison, Wisconsin, and cities all over the United States. In 2015, police shootings are a part of the daily conversation, and many are no longer willing to stay quiet. Alexandra Hall, Telesur, Washington.